Sometimes street photography can be very tricky, and that's because in the street you have no control on what's happening. So these 5 tips may be very helpful for you. The very first thing that to me you have to keep in mind is that there are no rules in street photography. Of course, when you approach photography for the first time, you have to learn all the basics. You have to learn what is ISO and, pretty much everything else. But when it comes to the street photography, to me, you have only to have fun in the street. You just do not have to care that much for the right exposure and stuff like that. You have to create an image that try to tell a story to the viewer. You can follow the rules, but just remember that you can do pretty much anything you want in order to obtain the photo that you want to. One of the biggest example for this could be probably Cartier-Bresson, which is the godfather of street photography. And his photos, if you take a very closer look to his photo, especially in some books or in some events that you can find, you will notice that sometimes very missed focus. But it's okay, because that images creates a very nice super effect that is pretty cool to see instead of see a super sharp thing. So just try to have fun as much as you can and just don't care that much for rules. To me, another crucial aspect for mindset in street photography is that you don't absolutely have to create for social media. For sure, when you shoot a good photo, you want to post it on social media, get some likes, get some engagement, and everything you want. But, for example, Instagram works way too fast for, people focus on your photo, check the details, check, the composition and stuff like that. In social media, what works best is the impact. And probably in street photography there are that punch in the face effect. So just don't care too much, because followers and likes will not make you a better photographer. Will only make you a better influencer, but not a better photographer. So don't focus on that, but focus on your photography. These two aspects were far more into mindset for street photography, but now let's dive into it. When it comes to street photography, to me, you absolutely have to travel as light as you can. So what I mean is, instead of, for example, bring out this 35mm, okay, which is super big, I always prefer to use this one, which is pretty small, super compact, and it works very nicely. This is 1.4, this is 2.5. But it's fine, because this allows me to create picture in a faster way. To me, travel light is crucial, because I just don't want to lose any time at all doing things, like bring the camera up to my eyes or stuff like that. I just want to be as fast as possible in order not to miss any shots. It happens all the time, I missed a lot of shots. But it's fine, because losing shots will make you into a very mindset when you want to absolutely redo that shot, so you will wait and you will find a way to do that shot but better. So lose shot is not a bad thing. It's a bad thing when you lose the shot because you are too heavy. That is a very bad thing to me. Moving forward, I know that what I'm about to say, it's a little bit weird in a sort of way, but even if you don't have the camera with you, you have to always check the street, check for a spot, you have to always take pictures with your mind. You can always come back with your camera and take the shot you have in mind, because you have time to think about it, to say, oh, when I come back I will bring, my 24, to have the super wide angle photo, or 85 because you want that single thing in your photo, and you just have time to think about it, to meditate, and to have your best photo already in your mind. So when you come to the place, you can only shoot, and it's a beautiful thing. I always do that, especially when I drive drive safe, always. For example, if I saw a place with a particular light, I will always take a memo to remind me that I have to come back there because I have to try that shot. For example, the photo that you are seeing now with the shadow of a person walking, I just saw that spot when I was working and I was like, oh my god, I absolutely have to come back and try the shot. So I just come back there at the same time and I took the shot very easily. It took me like 50 minutes, I guess. I only have to wait for the person to pass the bridge, but super easy. The last tip for today's video, and probably there will be another part or maybe other 2 parts, so be sure to come back, is that you have to start to be more selective when you shoot. Not probably when you shoot, but when you have to choose the image to pass the final selection. Let's be honest, that's because your first shot, if you just started photography or street photography, will absolutely suck. It will take time to improve, to get better, to improve your own style, your eyes to see things that you didn't see before, and unfortunately you just cannot skip this part. It's part of your journey to become a photographer, a better photographer, as a professionist or as a person that likes to take pictures. You have to improve, you just have to learn to say no, these things probably don't work that much, so trash that photo and moving forward. It will take time, maybe also a lot of time, but it's part of the process, so trust the process and keep on shooting. You will improve and there will be a day when you just start to say, oh wow, that's a very nice shot. So guys, thank you for watching the entire video. This will be probably, as I said before, the part 1. There will be probably 2 more parts, so be sure to come back. And you know, you can subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, just anything you want, guys. Thank you.